Hello everyone, it's Johanna with Vintage Baby 63, and I just wanted to take this time to share a video with you guys of my little brag book journal that I made for a customer, and I just wanted to do a flip through. This is the best time for me to do it so I can download it onto YouTube because, of course, I can do longer videos there than I can on Instagram. So if you've come over to see this from my Instagram account, I appreciate it. If you'll hit the follow button and subscribe, you'll be notified when I post other things. And I just like to show you what I did. And so that's what I like sharing. I like sharing inspiration. And of course, if you have any questions on how to do something, which this is all pretty simple, and I just wanted to, like I said, kind of explain. So this particular front is a vintage photo slide. I just popped the negative out of it and made it into its own little frame. I wrapped it in fabric, and then I put the little pink bow on it. So I added quite a few of these little Tim Holtz stickers. Like I said, I'm not good at what do you call them, tagging things or adding links in the description. If you have any questions, I will be more than happy to answer in the comments. Just ask me where I got something and I'll tell you. Or I'll tell you what the link is at that point. So in the front, I've got some crimson stamp there. I've got some vintage French ephemera from a book. This right here is washi tape. This is a stamp. This is a die cut that I got it in watercolored the leaves myself. That background paper, I'm not sure where I got it. A lot of this is just stuff that I've had in my stash forever. I put quite a bit in here, and it's quite chunky, so just bear with me. This is some butterflies that I got. These are like a 3D kind of effect, and they're glossy looking, so they're really pretty. Got these stickers at Target in the kids section. This is a rubber stamp here. And if you flip over here, you'll see that I've added a little flip here with an antique. I'm sorry, not antique, but it is a vintage doily in there. I also took a bunch of my children's books. This page right here is actually from like a Mother Goose nursery rhyme book that I've had that's like from the 1920s. This is a die cut. I added some little glittery dots there with Pop Color by scrapbook.com. This is the Amity Bloom washi tape that I put across there. I like the variety of doing different types of pages in here, and then also having them be different lengths and different sizes. I just think it adds to the, I won't say texture, but just adds to the fun. Let's just say that. So this is actually a rubber stamp, these leaves that I cut out. And the flower that I painted, I wasn't really crazy about how it turned out. So I covered it with this flower, which I've had these paper flower. I think these are from Prima back in who knows how many years ago. I'm telling you, I've got stuff in my stash that's probably 20 years old, 10 to 20 to 15 years old. This right here is an actual patterned paper that I fussy cutted out the rose in it because I loved it. This is actually on like a translucent paper that I got. I got it in an estate sale. And it's not really vellum. It's like thick like vellum, but I don't know what kind of paper it is. But anyway, vellum would work too to do this. What I like about this is even though you can see through the other side, she can still do any journaling that she would like right here, and you would still be able to see it. This is a Dina Wakley stamp by Ranger. This is a ticket die cut Tim Holtz from I don't know when, long time ago, and then I just ran it through a embossing folder, and then I just barely rubbed at the top of the dots with a distress color. I don't remember which distress color I used there, but that's what I really enjoy doing, is running these through an embossing folder and then highlighting the embossed or debossed. I don't know what you call these little, I think that's embossed. So anyway, I like rubbing color onto it so it stands out. If you hear something in the background, that's my husband doing a fantasy football draft right now. So unfortunately, I've got so much stuff in my studio, I can't even shut the door. There's stuff blocking the door. So here I wanted to show you that I did a tuck spot so she can do any kind of journaling she wants, and it can go right in here. So it just glued it from here to here, so that this is all open, so she can either stick a tag in there or a piece of paper that she's written on, whatever she likes. This particular paper I used in here is from last year. I think it's called Milkshake by Prima, and Frank Garcia is the designer on that one. So I really love it because I love the strawberries, and I love that these are heart-shaped strawberries. This little piece right here is actually just paper clipped in there. And this is just like a little, I don't know what you call it that I've done here, but it's a piece of paper that I've watercolored. Then I added some little pieces of fabric and lace. So you can turn this over, and she could cover that with just white paper and journal on that, or she could journal on this piece right here and just cover it with that. So that's that one. I just love those little tiny paper clips. Those are for Tim Holtz, by Tim Holtz also. Here I added a little envelope, and so we just do this, and you open it up, and she can also stick any journaling she might want to in there. That opens up. It kind of feels tight, but yeah. It opens up so you can stick anything you want in there, a picture or anything else, and then you just take the string, oops, kind of lost it there, and retie it up to close it. I won't do that right now while I'm just flipping through. I'll go back and close that up. This was also another little place where this one I decided not to flip open. I decided to glue it down, and then I tuck this in there that she can journal on. So that goes in there. There's some more of that washi tape, that Amity Bloom washi tape, another Crimson stamp. This particular customer of mine loves the Crimson stamp, so I use quite a few of them in things that I make for her. This right here is a digital printout. I'm trying to remember whose printable that is. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I can look that up if anybody wants to know. This is actually some book covering paper that I found at Blick Art Supply. And I just covered that piece of paper with it. But I love that it has, I don't know if you can see that, but this is flocked. So it has a raised feeling on it. Here's another piece right here that she can just journal on if she would like. This is just a little snippet of some ephemera that I put there. There's a tag, a ticket, a little watercolor swatching, and a little butterfly die that I hand stitched on there. Here's another of that vellum. I'll just call it vellum. That one I left blank so that she could write on or add pictures to. This is a little tab that I made in here. This is a punch that I have. I have it in two sizes. This is the bigger size. And then I just used the little mini stapler, my Tim Holtz mini stapler, and stapled a little piece of fabric there on top. Then next up we have another crimson stamp that I hand painted. Another crimson stamp. Here's the center. You can see that Wishes is it's a die that I cut out, and then of course I added little Crimson Girl on there. This is the second half of the book. Over here is some more. These are this line, the milkshake line from Prima, has cuttables too, like journaling cards or whatever. So this one I glued down, and then I cut out a little piece of paper here. It just slides right in there, and she can journal on that if she would like, or add a picture. Then the next one is, I'm going to even be surprised as you are. Oh, I did some crowns on that one. And then on this side, I did a little die that's like a little chipboard that I painted to put on the other side. This is another little journaling spot for her thoughts. Over here is another tuck where she can just tuck in behind that Doodlebug doily. Oops, I think that's the bubblegum color, but I just thought it matched perfectly with that hot pink. I don't know if y'all remember that school notebook paper that I have had that since I was like in junior high school. I don't remember. I used to write all my notes on that, so I have a bunch of that that I found at my mother's house, actually, when I was cleaning out my parents' house last year to sell. I found a whole package of that paper that I had left there, I guess. On this side is, this little girl is from the Frank Garcia, or I'm sorry, the strawberry paper. This right here. She's another, it's on one of the journaling tags, journaling cards. I can't remember which. Anyway, I just fussy cut her out because I just love her so much, that little strawberry in her hand. Then we have these are from the new Tim Holtz Artsy Leaves. I did them in pink, which I loved, and then I distressed them with the picket fence, which is the white pad around the edges. These are just some dies some die cuts that I have in my stash. More of that strawberry paper. I tried really hard not to do every page, because then, it would have been twice as thick as that if I'd added something to every page. This right here is Scotch tape that I have colored with alcohol ink. And then this is a stamp from, I don't remember. I'll look it up for you, though, if you want to know. No problem. This is a Tim Holtz stamp that I fussy cut out. Love and Abundance came from his stickers that he does. A little package of stickers. Then here's another. This is from an actual mask, and I just traced the speech bubble, and I distress inked it and cut it out, and then hand sewn on this little felt heart. Many little moments of joy. Another place for her to journal. This is a Hero Art stamp that I watercolored and put on this postage stamp die that I had, and that's also paper clipped on, so she can take it off, she can journal on it, she can leave it there, whichever she decides. This is another tuck spot, and this one I actually made a little piece of paper that she can journal on and stick back in there, or write a little note that she might want to about whatever picture she may put on this side. And that's also just glued from here to here so that it leaves the top open and the side open to tuck whatever she wants to tuck there. Then getting close to the end, this is little just some little cutouts that I had, a strip of paper that I cut off. I don't know if y'all, but on 12 by 12 papers on the end pieces, if they're double-sided, they'll have a piece of the paper, or I should say the print, the pattern of the other side, so you know what's on the other side. So I always cut those little strips off and save them for little pieces like that. Then at the end, we've got another Crimson Girl stamped on. This is a printable also, digital printable. And it just says, leave a little sparkle wherever you go. And of course, I sprinkled on some little gold paint spots on there. So, and then at the end, I just stamped it and dated it from the day I started making this. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I just think this is a better way to share flip throughs that I've done for each book. I also, just throwing it out there, I also distressed inked the outside. This is actually from a vintage file folder, pink file folders that I had. I don't know, I've had them forever. They were breast cancer awareness is when Schmied put them out, and I have a whole box of them, and so I've just been slowly using them for different projects. But I think it makes the perfect because it's, you know, it's got some, you know, it's not just paper. It's not going to tear easily. And I just sewed the signature in, and then I covered it with this chiffon ribbon that I got at Hobby Lobby. So there we go. And this one's got a little tab. So I have some little stick outs in there too, if you'll see. That's really kind of the only one that the little folder that I put in there kind of sticks out too. But it stands nicely by itself if you want to stand it on a shelf, or if you want to lay it down. And then of course I did the little I took some white vintage string that I had. It's like kite string, I think, or something that I bought a whole bunch of them at an estate sale. And I just sprayed it with my distress ink. I think I used Kitschy Flamingo, and of course that made it like the perfect pink. And then I just wrapped this around here a couple times and tied it on. That way, if you want to lay it down, it's not, you know, you can pull that as tight as you want so that it's not, you know, oops, I'm doing it the wrong way. It's not, oh, I did it the wrong way. Oh, I guess you could do it that way too. Anyway, it's to keep it from doing the gator mouth thing, kind of giving it a closure. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, if you have any questions, just ask below. And if you want, start following me and subscribe to my channel. It would be much appreciated. Thank you so much, and have a great evening.